Good morning everyone. Welcome to another learning session in General Mathematics. Our main topic for today is about Introduction to Functions. Our learning objective is at the end of the lesson, the learner is able to represent real-life situations using functions, including piecewise functions, and solve problems involving functions. But before that, let's have a quick review about relations and functions which you learn in your junior high school. So on the screen, I have here a car. When we fuel the car and the car travels, it is expected to cover a certain distance. So in that sense, the car works as a machine where the input is the fuel and the output is the distance traveled. Now this is the same analogy how relations and functions work. They also work as a machine. So let us differentiate them. A relation is a rule that relates values from a set of values called the domain to a second set of values called the range. So it's simply a correspondence or a pairing between domain and range by some rule. A relation is also set of ordered pairs of the form xy. So any ordered pair of the form xy is set of ordered pair of the form xy is actually a relation. What about a function? A function is a relation, so therefore it has to be a relation first, where each element in the domain is related to only one value in the range by some rule. Now in mathematics, the rule that we're talking can be an equation or an expression. So meaning to say the domain is related to a value in the range by some equation or an expression. Now a function is a set of ordered pairs of the form xy such that no two ordered pairs have the same x value but different y values. Right, to illustrate the concept, let us have an example number 1. Which of the following relations are functions? Of course, these are all relations because they are set of ordered pairs. Now, our task is to identify which among them is a function. For letter A, we have f equal to the set containing the ordered pairs 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5, and 4, 5. So, take note the domains are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And take note these domains are actually related to one value in the range. No? So, this is clear to be function. So, let's write our answer here. This is right function. For letter B, we have G equal to the set containing the ordered pairs 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, and 3, 7. Now, take note, the domains are 1, 2, and 3. No? 1, we also have 1 here, we have 2, we have 2, and we have 3. Now, the domain 1 is actually related to two values in the range. In that sense, 1 is related to 3, and 1 is related to 4. Because of that, letter B is not a function. Not function. Because again, the domain is related to two values in the range. For letter C, we have H equal to the set containing the ordered pairs 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9. The same pattern continues by this, based on this rule. No? So simply the domain is being multiplied by 3. So in this case, the domains are actually related to only one value in the range, and that is simply its the value and multiplied with 3. So therefore, this is also function. Right. Now we can represent function as a set of ordered pairs. We can also represent function as a mapping diagram. For example, 2, which of the following mapping diagrams represent functions? So the x values right here are actually the domains, and take note the domains are actually related to only one value in the range. No? So therefore, this is clear to be function. Particularly, there is actually a one-to-one correspondence between x and y. So 1, 2, 1. What about G? No? So the domains are 5, 6, until 9. Each domain actually is related to only one value in the range. No? So this is clear to be function as well. So this is a function. In particular, this is actually many to 1 correspondence because 5 and 7 are related to 1, 6, 8, and 9 are related to 0. So many to 1. For H, the domains 7, 2, and 1. No? 7 is related to 2 values in the range, 11 and 13. Same is true with 2. No? So, in that sense, if there is one domain which is related to 2 values in the range or even more, so this is automatically this is not a function. Not function. In particular, this correspondence is called 1 to many because one domain is related to many values in the range. So going back with example number 2, we can say right here that the correspondence 1 to 1 and many to 1 are actually functions but not 1 to many. Now we can also represent function as a graph in the Cartesian plane. How do we determine if the graph is in the Cartesian plane is a function? So the answer is simply the vertical line test. So according to vertical line test, a graph represents a function if and only if its vertical line intersect the graph at most once. So basically we can draw or construct many or infinite number of vertical lines, and we just have to make sure that each of these vertical line has to intersect the graph at most once. So it should intersect the graph only once, no? Only once. If we can construct a vertical line which intersect the graph more than 1 point, so automatically the graph is not a function. Now to illustrate, which of the following graphs can be a graph of function? So for letter A, again we can construct infinite number of vertical line. So have to make sure that each vertical line has to intersect the graph at exactly 1 point. So for example, our vertical line is right here, so it intersects the graph at 1 point only. So this is a function. For letter B, again, just simply construct the vertical lines. For example, we construct a vertical line right here. So it intersects the graph at this point, at 1 point only. So therefore, this is also function. Alright, for letter C, we have this one, a parabola that opens upward. So the same process, construct the vertical line. So if you wish to have our vertical line right here, it intersects the graph at exactly 1 point. So therefore, this parabola that opens upward is also a function. What about letter D, no? So letter D is actually an ellipse, no? Ellipse. Alright, so if we construct our vertical line, of course, again, we can come up with an infinite number of vertical lines, no? But we have to make sure that each vertical line has to intersect the graph at exactly 1 point. So, for example, if we wish to intersect the graph, construct the vertical line right here, it's clear that the vertical line intersects the graph at 2 points. So, this point and this point right here. So therefore, this is not a function. Not a function. What about this one, the letter E? This is actually a hyperbola. If we construct our vertical line right here, I'm sorry, that's a vertical line we have. For example, it intersects the graph at 2 points. So therefore, this is not a function. So that's it. Now we can actually determine if the graph is a function or not based on the vertical line test. Just make sure that its vertical line has to intersect the graph at exactly 1 point only. Now, example number 4, which of the following represents a function? Now, you are given an equation, you can simply graph this one manually, but you can also make use of applications such as GeoGebra, Desmos, and many more that are actually free and can be downloaded to your laptops and cell phones. For example, let's have letter A. Y is equal to 2x plus 1. We can actually make use of GeoGebra. Let's graph right here. Y equals 2x minus 1 if I am not mistaken. 2x plus 1. So we can just simply change this one. By the way, GeoGebra is free and open source. Again, you can download this one anytime. And suppose we come up with a slider right here. For example, this is -10, 10. Okay, there you go. And then, so for example, we're going to graph A, for example. So this is our vertical line. The color, let's color this one as just for emphasis. There you go. So if we have our vertical line right here, the graph intersect the graph at exactly 1 point. So therefore, this is letter A is a function. Right. For letter B, y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 2. Right. So you can just simply change this one. Y squared. What's that? Y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 2. Alright, so there you go. That's a parabola again that opens upward. So the vertical line intersect the graph at only 1 point. So therefore, it's also a function. Now you can also try letter C, D, and E on your own. So you can simply download and install GeoGebra application.